All right, here we go. This is going to be very interesting because some RV manufacturers and some RV dealerships are really going to hate my guts and hate this video. Why? Because I'm going to reveal my top 5 worst pull behind toy haulers for your model 2026. So this is more like the travel trailer toy hauler, not the fifth wheel. If you're looking for the fifth wheel toy hauler list, I will tell you how to find that towards the end of the video. So that being said, welcome to HB RV Lifestyle, the podcast. I'm the host, John Levingston, aka the Honey Badger, and for one manufacturer and one dealership, aka the Blowhard, here to give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business, as well as some other things. And as always, and as Stephen A. Smith says, the list is fluid. The list is fluid, which means if they fly me out to the factory, let me do an absolute unedited, no corporate BS type of video, and they change my mind, I might have to change the list. Has it happened in 3 years? No. So, number 5 on the list is Keystone Carbon. Now, there's 2 reasons why I have Keystone Carbon number 5. Number 1, I cannot find a 2026 lineup. I have been told through the grapevine that Keystone Carbon's going to come out with supposedly 4 or 5 aluminum sided travel trailer toy haulers. They're not going to do like a fiberglass sided, according to my sources. But aren't we a little late to the game with that? And got to remember something. When I judge a pull behind toy hauler, I look at a lot of different factors from cost to does it fit the 4-seat side by sides. And when I have a company that's been around a long time and a brand that's been around a long time, and we're behind the 8 ball, you're not going to go anywhere near the best or middle. You're going to be at the bottom. That being said, they are not the worst. Hell, I can excuse not having a 2026 lineup really out yet. What I can excuse is number 4 on the list, and that's Grand Design Momentum. Now, they actually, again, like their fifth wheels, have made improvements, but they're still not off my worst list. Mainly because if you go look at the way folks are equipping their 4-seat Can-Am X3s or their 4-seat Razor Pro Rs, you will never fit one of those side-by-sides in a lot of the Momentum floor plans. And if the Momentum has a slide out, woo, pobrecita, good luck putting even some of the older side-by-sides in there right now. Now, I understand their target audience is, and again, this is where the state of Indiana and the manufacturing in Indiana does have a disadvantage, is they're not understanding that the majority of their folks want a toy hauler that's lightweight, they can tow, and fits their side by side. They're not worried about the golf cart, the motorcycle, the dirt bike. That's a whole separate, smaller segment of the toy hauler industry. But for some odd reason, those guys in Indiana just have not got it right yet. Well, some of them have. And I'll get to that list a little bit later. That brings me to number 3. And number 3, I'm penalizing because they only have one floor plan for 2026, and that's Jayco Seismic. So you have a bedroom slide out, 25-foot toy hauler. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-freaking-doo. You might as well not have a pull behind toy hauler at all. You already are on the bottom with me with fifth wheels. Now you release one floor plan for 2026 on the website. We're coming into toy hauler season. Right. Oh, by the way, it doesn't even fit any of the new side-by-sides. But they're not the worst. No. Number 2 on the list, God, I hate saying it because I actually love their travel trailers, but Coachman Catalina Trailblazer. My buddy over there, I love him to death. He's like the James Bond looking guy of Indiana, especially Middlebury and Elkhart. Like if you went up to him, he's tall, handsome, good looking guy. No, I'm not gay, but I can recognize a really good looking man, and he dresses so sharp. And he's been a part of that organization forever. And I told him for years, dude, if you're going to build a toy hauler, you got to build a toy hauler that fits the side by sides. Once again, cheap quality, overpriced, and no generator and no fuel station and doesn't fit the bloody the toys. I mean, it's a waste of space in their catalog, and they build one heck of a cool travel trailer, especially their dual axle stuff. Their dual axle stuff's really good. So it's like your single axle and your toy hauler stink, but right in the middle is those wonderful dual axle travel trailers that really are unique and beautiful. So, hey, but that brings me to the worst. And we have a new number one worst. East to West Alta. 2 floor plans that don't fit nothing. In fact, they barely fit the Rhino. So if you want to fit, let's say, the original Razor 1000 4-seater inside the 2400, you have to strap the suspension together and put on your standard tires, your stock tires. So you have to have the stock tires and ratchet the front end to get it in there. And if you want to know how I know that, I've actually sold a couple of them. They're beautiful looking. They're on par with the look of a Brinkley. But you can't fit anything in them. So would I ever recommend anybody buying an Alta toy hauler from East to West that has a side-by-side? Hold on. Where's my Mike Myers at? About no. Good Lord. See, folks, I don't put Brinkley on every worst list. See, that's the misconception I get a lot of. We got to be fair across the board. And even with the water intrusion and leak problems that Brinkley is having, they are far better than these 5. So, that being said, just remember that RV always stands for toolkit and sense of humor.